Hey, I am Desiree Cocroft. I am your Get Your Life coach. I am a life and leadership coach certified and life strategist, author, and speaker here to help you get your life. I love helping high achievers, entrepreneurs, and leaders do the inner work, do that self mastery work so they can achieve their highest goals in their life and in their business. And today I just want to talk to you a little bit about one thing that I believe keeps us stagnant in our life and in our business. Because you know what? We want to have freedom. We want to have fluidity. We want to be able to create great things in our life and in our business. And I believe that this is one thing that keeps people from having that in both areas of their lives. Whether you have a business or a passion project or you work full time and there's something else that you want to create, I just really want us to consider, is this an area that we could get better at so we can see more success, more fulfillment, more freedom, and all of that in our personal lives as well as in our business or our career life. And here's the thing. So I just recently did a training for an organization. And when I did this training for an organization, I love to compel people to do this one thing. And this one thing is really getting back to that childlike wonder that we all had as a child. So I use this example of, remember when you were a kid, or if you have kids or work with kids, then you know we are really great at telling children and believing as children that anything is possible. So we are encouraged to use our imagination to create the world that we want. We are told to think about what you desire to be so that you can be it, or what do you want to be when you grow up, or what are some things that you love to do and explore. We want to explore that with you. You're kind of told that as a kid, depending on how you were raised, or even if you had teachers or people in your life other than your family that were telling you to dream, explore. And what happens is we grow up. We grow up and we start adulting. And as we are adulting, we are less likely to envision or imagine what is possible. And the fact of the matter is, everything that has been created in this world came from someone's imagination, someone's vision. This video that you're watching is from someone's imagination. The headphones I have on, what you have on, the clothes that you're wearing, how you are styling your hair, the things that you go by, the building that you're in right now, the screen that you're looking at has come because someone had an imagination. Someone created it. It started off with a vision. And that is, my friends, the one thing that is really standing in the way of you, your life, your goals, and your business, your ambitions, your purpose-driven, mission and vision and passion project, whatever it is that you're creating. It is having a vision. Or the lack of having a vision, obviously, is the lack of having a true vision of what you believe is possible. Because what happens is we get so caught up in our current realities that we stop imagining. We stop imagining what is possible. We stop creating what is possible. And we get into the humdrum of life. We get into what I always call the hamster wheel of life. And we're just going and going and going. And we're afraid to stop and imagine what's possible because we're so caught up in the everyday that it's hard to believe that what it is that we have in our minds and our dreams is truly possible. But I want to tell you right now that it is truly possible. And I'm going to buzz out a scripture because I am a Jesus lover. So I'm going to share a scripture. And so whether you're a believer or not, I do feel like this is something that can be helpful to you because in the Bible, it talks about, write the vision, make it plain, right? Write the vision, make it plain. And this is the thing. We have a vision. We don't write it out. We don't make it plain. We don't tell people about it. We don't write about it because we don't believe it anymore because of what's going on in our world. But I want to implore you, how could you take the vision that you believe that you are called to bring to fruition, that you believe is actually going to happen for your life, and actually write it down, make it plain for you and for others so that you can run with it, so that others can run with it and help you create what you desire to create. So here's the thing. If you never create a vision, if you never give yourself permission to explore, to imagine, you'll never know how close you can actually get to it or actually accomplish it because you're not giving yourself permission to do it. you're already caught up in the realities of the world. And so I want to, encourage you to write the vision. What is the thing that you desire to see? What is the dream life that you have, this dream business, this dream mission driven, purpose driven goal that you have in front of you that you want to see accomplished? And go ahead and envision, give yourself permission to do that. So if you have a journal, if you have someone you can talk to about it, but start to process what that looks like. Start putting it on paper, writing out a plan of how it can be accomplished after that. But we need to, before that, give ourselves ample time to actually envision what it is that we desire. What happens is we get so caught up in the how, so caught up in how it's going to happen, that it almost waters down the vision. It waters down the vision because we start thinking about the how sooner than we need to, because when we start thinking about the how, we're like, oh my goodness, this vision is so big, it's so powerful. Let me think about how. And we don't give ourselves time to anchor ourselves in the vision, anchor ourselves in the desire. So I really want you to spend some time to anchor yourself. What is the vision? What is the desire for your life, for your business, for that purpose-driven passion project, side hustle, whatever it is, whatever those goals that come up for you are? What is the true vision? What does it look like? What does it cause you to look like? And really anchoring yourself in it. And you know what? It's going to scare you a little bit. It's going to throw you off a little bit because it's going to cause you to have to stand up and grow and be someone different to actually allow this vision to come to pass, to do the work, to do the how. You're going to have to show up differently. You are going to have to be a different person. And that's something that you got to be okay with. And if you are okay with that, then you know that that is something that you are going to actually see all the way through. And if you are kind of, on the fence about, I don't know if I want to be able to come up to do this, this is when you get a coach. This is when you get, accountability to kind of help you do it. Because it's natural that you're going to feel, a little bit of fear, a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of angst about the thing that you want to accomplish. But the fact of the matter is, if you are anchored in it, you will make it happen. And this is why I know this. You have already accomplished things in your life. You can't make me believe you haven't. If you've come to whatever age you're at, you have already accomplished some things that you envisioned for yourself. Whether those things were beneficial to your life or not, the point is you as a human being know how to take something that you envision and make it happen. As simple as you're hungry and you want a good meal or you want something to eat. And maybe you don't have the resources, or maybe you do have the resources, but you're just trying to figure out what you need to do to make this meal come to life. And so you start salivating on it, you start thinking about it, you start getting really creative about how you can make this thing happen. Who do you need to call? Where do you need to go? What do you need to make an order at so that you can get the meal you want? And I know that that's a really simple example, but the fact is we create our world in our heads, and we can create that same world on the outside if we choose to take what we have anchored ourselves in and put it into action, and not wavering from how we've anchored ourselves in the thing that we desire to create. And so one thing that can keep you stagnant in your life and in your business is if you lack vision, if you lack clarity of vision, or if you just lack a simple belief in your vision. But the point of this video is really to help you think about, well, what is the vision, right? And how can you get it out of your head and put it on paper so that you can actually start moving in on the how, versus you quickly think about it. You start thinking about how and then you give up too soon. No, I really want you to articulate what is the true vision, get into detail about what that vision is so that you can get so anchored in it that it doesn't even feel right to do anything else except what you have defined for yourself. And that, my friend, will really help you anchor in a space of, this is something that has to happen. It will happen. And I'm going to create what needs to be created so that it is actualized in my life. So hopefully that was helpful to you. If it was, go ahead and drop something in the comments, share this with people that are high achievers, that are leaders, that are entrepreneurs, that are people that are looking to create, and maybe they feel stagnant. Maybe they feel like, oh, I've talked about the vision, I know about the vision, but it's still not happening. And I would actually question, well, have you? Have you truly anchored yourself in the vision. Like, well, what is it? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it look like for you to walk that out every day? You can go on and really giving yourself space to deeply anchor yourself in your vision. So then you can creatively come up with the how, knowing that this is something that is actually going to come to pass because you have a belief that is grounded in a true overall vision of what you desire. So again, like, share, comment, all that great stuff. Subscribe. I would love to hear from you all too. People do comment below. I also would love to know, what are some of your challenges? What are some things that could really help you as a high achiever, a leader, an entrepreneur, to just do that inner work so that you can see more things that you desire in your outer world. I would love to be able to help you more with that. And until the next time, feel free to click those links that are in the description box. I got goodies for you, my book, as well as you can subscribe to my newsletter and all of that. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Until the next time, go and be great, people.